No one saw it coming. Not like this. In an era where music shifts faster than the algorithm can track, where thousands of artists fight for a single moment of global attention, a quiet notification appeared on Spotify's internal dashboards. A number so staggering that even industry analysts paused. 10 billion streams. And the name tied to that impossible milestone? Jungkook. At first, people thought it was a glitch, some kind of data refresh error the platform occasionally spit out after peak traffic. But it wasn't a glitch. It was real. Jungkook had done it, not just as a member of BTS, the world's biggest boy band, but as a solo artist standing firmly on his own. In one breathtaking sweep, he became the fastest Asian and fastest K-pop act in history to surpass 10 billion Spotify streams, overtaking not only his peers, but even the legacy of his own group. And that's where the story truly begins. Because reaching that number isn't just a bragging right. It isn't just another trophy or another headline in a world already drowning in headlines. It marks a shift, one that the global music industry had felt trembling beneath its feet for years. Jungkook wasn't simply participating in the worldwide wave of K-pop popularity, he was defining it. But to understand how he arrived at this moment, you have to rewind. Picture a teenage Jungkook standing on a stage much too large for his age, still figuring out how to breathe between choreography and high notes. Each performance, each rehearsal, each minute spent behind the scenes was building something only time could reveal. Fans around the world watched him grow, develop, and sharpen his voice into something unmistakable. Smooth, powerful, instantly recognizable. And all of this was happening long before Spotify ever predicted he would one day challenge global streaming giants. Over the years, Jungkook's voice became one of the most searched, most streamed, and most discussed in the digital music space. From his early solo tracks within BTS to viral covers and iconic live performances, the momentum built naturally, quietly at first, a constant hum, a rising pulse. By the time his solo era officially began, millions were already waiting, playlists pre-saved, notifications turned on, headphones ready. Then came Seven, a song that didn't just debut, it detonated, a full-scale global takeover. Within hours, it claimed the top of Spotify's charts, then Billboard's, then every major music ranking system across continents. Music critics called it the sound of a new global pop era, and for the first time, Jungkook wasn't only known as the golden Maknae of BTS, he was recognized as a global pop superstar in his own right. His name was no longer a supporting chapter, it was the headline. And the streams kept climbing. Standing Next to You, Dreamers, Left and Right, Euphoria, My Time, each track added another surge to the tidal wave of numbers. The progress was so rapid that some trackers struggled to keep up, recalculating his trajectory almost daily. Fans, meanwhile, watched with a mixture of disbelief and pride as Jungkook continued to break records previously thought unreachable. But then came the twist, the moment everyone felt but couldn't quite articulate. Because this wasn't just about streaming power anymore. It wasn't about statistics or titles or even the thrill of setting a new Spotify record. Something deeper was happening. Jungkook wasn't simply achieving success, he was redefining what success looked like for Asian artists on the world stage. Music executives who once believed global dominance required English-speaking origins were suddenly rewriting their strategies. Industry insiders started using a new phrase, the Jungkook effect, a measurable phenomenon where anything bearing his voice, his presence, or even his name surged instantly across digital platforms. Every teaser, every interview, every live performance set off chain reactions in search engines and streaming data. But behind all the noise, the awards, the virality, Jungkook remained the same person fans had always loved, hardworking, humble, endlessly ambitious. The more recognition he received, the more he pushed himself vocally, artistically, creatively. That genuine passion, that authenticity, is what listeners felt. It's what kept them coming back. It's the invisible thread connecting millions of people across countries, languages, and time zones. So when the moment finally arrived, the official confirmation that Jungkook had become the fastest Asian and K-pop act to reach 10 billion Spotify streams, the world didn't just celebrate a record. It celebrated a journey, a movement, a reminder that talent, when paired with sincerity and relentless dedication, can pierce through borders and challenge every outdated rule the industry once clung to. And maybe that's why this milestone feels different from others. It isn't just about one artist rising, it's about what he represents. The expansion of global music, the power of digital streaming culture, the unstoppable influence of K-pop, and the way one voice can ripple through countless lives. But if you think this is the final chapter, think again. Jungkook is only in the earliest years of his solo career. With every new release, every performance, every creative experiment, he reshapes what's possible for Asian artists and global pop music alike. And the numbers? They're not slowing down. If anything, they're accelerating. Faster than projections, faster than expectations, faster than anyone can comfortably predict. So the real question isn't how Jungkook reached 10 billion streams so quickly. The real question is how far will he go next? Because the story isn't ending here. Not even close.